Okay guys, welcome to Elden Ring. Sorry about that, I was doing a little bit of testing to see if I could get my 21:9 aspect ratio functioning, for me at least, so I could see ultra wide for myself and while still allowing the viewer to see 16:9. For streaming it seems a little bit weird. For videos, you know, I don't find any problem putting videos in 16:9, 21:9, you know, different ratios to my channel. But for streaming, it seems like it's a bit of an issue, you know, especially if I'm simul-streaming to Twitch like I am. I feel like a lot of people on Twitch are not going to be capable of seeing 21:9 streams, but it is what it is, you know. If anyone watching has a recommendation, if you have an ultra-wide monitor, are you able to see? Do you have any idea whether Twitch and YouTube streaming is very popular with larger aspect ratios? Maybe it's worthwhile for me to get into that sort of thing, you know, let me know. Alright, that said, let's see here. I'm considering what to do with my weaponry here. I really do like the large rapiers. The Great Epine is of course a favorite. The S-Stock is alright. I just feel a little bit meh about continuing to just use Rajeras all the time. I still have the scythe, although my wing scythe could be... I do feel like the wing scythe would be a very nice possibility if I can get enough faith. Or just pop a flask of physic. I definitely need to start increasing my seals. Try out the Carrion Knight sword a bit, maybe. Kind of fits the whole theme. We got the Carrion Knight armor, we have the shield. We're pretty good, to be honest with you. Let's see what kind of top piece would look good with this. Doesn't look bad with that, actually. I think I'll just keep that one. Alright, that said, I was doing a little bit of farming. I am now level 53 currently, with a little bit of extra runes required for the next level up. So I'm going to go and kill a little bit of these militia so that I can do that. Whoa. Bad time to go AFK. Oh, hello. Oh, maybe that's what happened before then. Perhaps I just forgot to follow up with him. I took my eyes completely off the screen, so I have no idea what happened. I thought there was just another one that popped out of nowhere. This is a very simple strategy for killing these guys, you know. Oh, hello. Yep, I did it again. Yep, that's definitely what happened last time. That is definitely what happened. I have to take a look at my chat, and then it's no sir, no luck for me. They're never gonna let me fix this. I have no time for chat. Just play the game, apparently. Alright, now hopefully this stops sometime soon so I can actually look at my screen. Okay. And welcome to those watching on YouTube and Twitch. Have a couple on each, looks like, at the moment. Okay, now I'm live, alright. Issues abound. Okay, now we got a little bit of farming done. I'm going to finish up maybe one more run of this, get a couple level ups real quick, and then I'm going to run along a little bit here and start getting killed, apparently. Anyway, when I'm done with this farming, I'm going to go finish Raya Lucaria, defeat Renalla, and then move onward towards Radahn Festival. That seems to be the best strategy, in my opinion. Boom. Habuski. I do have quite a few foul feet, so I might as well use them. Very simple but very effective strategy to defeat these guys. Just proceed far enough in the game to where you get to Rajier in Stormvale Castle. Then when you defeat Godric, Rajier will proceed onwards to the Round Table Hold, and he will be crippled and no longer able to fight, so he offers you his weapon, the Rajier's Rapier +8, which I have upgraded with the Keen Affinity, but that's not necessary. The key point to this is that it has the Glintblade Phalanx skill. The Glintblade Phalanx skill has the same stagger, the same poise stagger potential as the, let me tell you, I forget the names of these, Great Blade Phalanx. Glintblade Phalanx has 5 small swords that spawn above you. The Great Blade Phalanx has 3 large ones, which has a much higher poise damage. It'll damage your enemy's posture much more. Whereas the Carrion Phalanx, which has 9 blades, does more damage, but not much more poise break than the not much more stagger than the Glint Blade version. This version that's on Roger's Rapier is absurdly overpowered compared to the others. It has a weapon art cost of 10. I'm not sure why it's saying 4 there though, but FP cost of 10. And does the same amount of damage as a normal one. I believe it even actually does a little more damage than the spell version, if I remember correctly. But it definitely does the same stagger as Great Blade, while doing at least as much as the regular Glint Blade. For 10 FP, which is, I mean, compared to 20 for the regular Glint Blade, or 35 for Great Blade, and I believe Carrion is like 42 or something. That's crazy, man. So, sorry for the interruption there. Bit of a ramble, but good advice to those who are looking for a good place to farm early game. You know, you can get up here by using a teleporter that is in the Church of Marka, the third church, which is right here. Right in the bushes above here is a little teleporter that'll take you to this area. You can just run around and kill these guys for 1,000 runes apiece. And of course, you don't need the Roger's Rapier. I just feel that that's the most effective method, since you don't have to get close to them. You know, you can, by the time they even realize you're there, they've been hit by the Phalanx and are already staggered. Right, see, they don't even have a chance to hit you. You can always poke from behind a shield. Many other methods. That's another kind of combo I like to do to finish them off, is just to kind of rush in with a full 6, get the full combo, and then just poke while moving forward every chance you get, like, kind of move, you know. And that'll cover you. +8 is vastly enough to do that with, you know, you don't really need much help with that. Once you learn their AI, it's not that hard. Although the ones that are further down by Lennis Rise, those are a whole nother beast. I don't like them. They drive me nuts with the poison, and they gang up on you. They're dangerous, but not so much these guys. I still haven't actually picked up my runes, too, funnily enough. Kind of important with 16k on the line there. There. So with Scholar's Weapon, I'm able to take him out in a full 6-hit combo there. And they're basically stun-locked permanently. Or if you're a flinger that loves his ranged weaponry, his soul spears and his lightning spears and such, you know, you can just take him on from range as well. There's no wrong way to eat a Rhesus or to kill a Vulgar Militia. Alright. We are at 36k. 37, okay. Closing in. That's enough for me to get potentially 2 level ups, I think, at this point. I'm not sure how much it's going to raise up for the next one. We'll see. I went up from 19 to 20 in Vigor, so we're good there. The 1.04 patch changed the mind so that you get significantly more mind at lower levels. 91 FP is enough for me for now, I think. Especially as a hybrid build. 13 endurance is 18 with the Source Seal, so I'm good on that. Strength is still as well, you know, is 17. That's good enough for now. Although I will want to have 20 because I'm going to try out the Godslayer Greatsword, I believe. So 24 dex is enough. We don't need any more there. 26, I grabbed that for Loretta's Greatbow. I don't think I need any more at the moment, so I'd rather go all out into Faith at this point. 20 will allow me to use Black Flame, and that will allow me to have a full 30 with a flask, so I can use some key 27 items and such, you know, with a flask. And I believe there's a couple others there in the 30 range. So I'm gonna run with that. Actually, how much did it need for that? 16, 17, 4. Yeah, that's not much at all. That's a pretty fair progression. There's 16.8, 16,800, 17,490, 16.8, 17.5, 18.1. That's pretty fair. It's not as steep as I remember some of the games being in the series. All right. So I'm running Flame Grant Me Strength and Black Flame that are going to be nice. You know, Flame Grant Me Strength will boost the fire damage and the physical damage of my weapon. Any other fire I use. Lightning Spear is an all-around fantastic spell regardless. Magic Protection. I forget the name of the spell specifically. What is it? Magic Fortification is a great incantation. As always, the fortification spells are great across the board. You can negate this by using alchemy if you're not a faith build, but it's great to have it. Scholar's Weapon is, of course, a great skill. I swapped this out for Holy Order's Blade if I'm using Raya Lucaria as enemies. And then the Great Bow is turning out to be a great spell as well. So I think my spell list is really kind of... It's really filling out. I do debate whether or not Rock Sling is a better choice, especially with the Meteorite Staff. Once I get enough faith to, I want to try out the aspect of the Crucible. The tail one is actually a really nice one, I think. I still wish so badly that there was utility in Black Flame Blade. I really do. It's just so short. Just come on, FromSoft. Just buff the duration a little bit. Give me 15 seconds. You know, instead of like 7.5 seconds of effective effect. It's like if you don't include the cast time, it's somewhere around like 7.5 to 8 seconds that I've tested with a stopwatch. Nothing frame by frame, but man, you know, just buff it up to like 12, 14. You know, like. I'm willing to work with you guys. Come on, you know. Blood Flame Blade, that's a really good effect, but unfortunately I'm not playing a bleed arcane type character here, so I don't see it being all that use to me. It's kind of funny that Morgott is a weird character. He has a Blood Flame enchanted blade, which is arcane. And his sword as well is an arcane scaling sword. A lot of things associated with him are arcane, especially being Mohg's brother. Bleed and arcane are definitely connected to them. But then he also has his soul gives you an item that is intelligence and faith scaling. That is like a necromancy type item that lets off like angry spirits or something. It's like, what kind of build is he running? Int Faith Arcane and still has enough stats to wield the sword? It's really interesting how FromSoft created characters that are essentially not viable for us to make as players, but they work out for the characters. Okay, Glintstone Shard. Let me see how great Glintstone Shard works, actually. I haven't tried that before. So it's not that much different than the Ice Crag spell. I wonder how they compare damage-wise. Oh, wow. I mean, that's not too big of a difference, but... yeah, I don't feel like the Swift Glintstone Shard really is worth it. It's not that much faster, honestly. I'm already getting it out quite quickly already. Let's see here. Carrion Piercer is another one that I really like. I wish I could use that one. I might actually want to do that. Glintstone Ice Crag. Fires massive cold magic. Let's see here. I need one more intelligence for it so I could put on something that would give me a boost. Lengthens the initial step in with the charge, okay? I like it. I really do like Piercer. I do kind of feel like it's better to not charge it, though, because you can kind of get that jump in. But perhaps in PvP, you could kind of throw them off with timing. Yeah, to me, that feels actually... it almost feels slightly faster than the greater Glintstone Shard. Feels like it's pretty much the same thing, except it's cold damage. It seems like it's just a superior version entirely. Okay, with that said, let me just... I'll throw those two on. I'll throw Lightning Spear on. I'll put Order's Blade back. And then I'm going to want Magic. Fortification. Actually, I don't need... I'm gonna forgo that and just run with Order's Blade instead of Black Flame Blade for now. I mean, it could be... You know what? Let's try it. I'm an idiot. Let's try it. And magic damage isn't going to do anything in Raya Lucaria anyway, so I'm not even sure why I'm thinking to use those kind of spells at all. Trying to think what the best effect for my last spell would be. What's the difference in 18 versus 28? Yeah, so that's pretty significant difference. I'm gonna run with this setup. I'm just gonna leave my last slot blank. Just be a more lean build for now. Okay. Onward back to Raya Lucaria. Oh, hey. Nice. Finding secrets already. Actually, I also have a talisman that we didn't look at, if I recall correctly. The Graven School Talisman. No, actually, I think we did do this. Yeah. The primeval current is a forbidden tradition of glintstone sorcery. To those who cleave to its teachings, the art of collecting sorcerers to fashion them into the seeds of stars is but another path of scientific inquiry. Need to grab something to drink here in a minute. Be right back. Okay. Let's see where this takes us. Crystal Bud. 5 of them, actually. believe this is the talisman, right? Yes, the Radahn icon. I made a video about this in my Elden Ring tips video series, showing how to get it. One of the, essentially a best talisman, best gear in the game series I had started. I have a couple more videos that I haven't even released yet from it, but I'll be getting to that eventually. Frostbite OP, please nerf. Like seriously, that stuff procs way faster than bleed, and it's pretty much just as dangerous. Well, not way faster, but it seems like it's faster sometimes. It really does. Third hit. Crap. I didn't need a torch right now. Huh. So where am I supposed to, where do you get them? Apparently you can't do a critical attack on them? No, you can't. Huh. I guess it makes sense due to their abnormal shape. No offense to Alexander. My boy is thick. He's a thickums, as they say. Stone sword key, perfect. I definitely was actually in need of some of those, funnily enough. Crap. You'd think this would do more damage based on his HP pool. Holy crap. Whoa. Yo, he got me. Damn, son. Maybe he's got a weakness I'm not familiar with. Maybe the yeah, they do come from Volcano Manor, right? So, yeah, that's doing some. Yeah, there we go. Lightning is the key. They just had a fire resistance. Whoa. Listen, bud, I got 2 boxes of Gorton's popcorn shrimp in my freezer. You do not scare me. I have a bunch of cooked prawn in my inventory. I am the Crab Meister. I am the Heat Meister. Best beware. I have but 1 claw, but beware. My name is Batty. My weapon, art's ecstatic. Come on, FromSoft. Where's the Robin Williams tribute character? You know, like where are we gonna see Crestfallen as Robin Williams? That would be perfect. I want to see Crestfallen where you're doing a cover of Good Morning Vietnam. You know, doing a new remake of it. Sleep. St. Trina's crab. Classic. And to your right, gentlemen, you can see crustaceans that put you in a temporary state of slumber. Alright. George R. R. Martin at his best, apparently. Probably should have replenished my flasks before I came over here, but let's give it a try. Might as well. Oh, nice. Good timing on that backstab. Whew. Close one. Alright. Listen, you. We had a good old talk. We discussed my superiority. He's now a fan, officially. Alright, we're getting close here. I'm running out of supplies. Glass cannon shenanigans will not be acceptable here. You gotta pull some beef, man, if you're gonna be involved in this. This game gives me far too many powerful weapon arts and spells and that just do ridiculous damage even with no level ups to my gear. Glass cannons are not a no-no here. Okay. Oh. How many paintings of this one guy's? These like 3 guys, they have the same paintings over and over everywhere. I'd like to think these guys are just like narcissistic knobheads, you know, that they're just like forcing all of the novices of the order, just like paint another portrait of me. Instead of 5 Hail Marys, it's like paint 5 more Carolus conspectus portraits. It's like, what the hell is going on here? There's so many paintings of these people. I guess it's just part and parcel of doing a giant open world game like this in a relatively short amount of time that it took him to do it. You know, let's remind ourselves, Skyrim came out in 2011. Elder Scrolls 6 is projected to be, was it like 2024 or something like that? It's just ridiculous, man. So, that being said, you know, full moon crossbow. I've never been here. That's a fascinating detail. I don't think I've ever had this thing. One-of-a-kind enchanted crossbow of exquisitely detailed craftsmanship, made to celebrate the matrimonial union and reconciliation between the houses of the Erd Tree and the Full Moon, Leyndell and Raya Lucaria. The 2 rings dance when reloading the weapon. Reveals true worth when used with holy infused bolts. So it's a magic crossbow, but has a special effect that only comes with holy bolts? Why is that, I wonder? Whoops, that was stupid. Do I have no bolts? Sure I do. I have tons of bolts. I have 99 regular bolts, so why are you not? Oh, you can't, yeah, you can't aim, can you? Huh. Am I losing my mind here or something? Oh, those are great bolts, that's why. Yeah. Why? Oh, because you can only have right. Okay. Got it. 50-50. I don't have any holy bolts though, do I? Perfumer's bolts. Bolt created with perfumer techniques used by the nobles, guards, and the like. Blah. The point of impact explodes with sparks dealing fire damage. So we have fire bolts, explosive bolts, which are also fire. Explodes on impact, dealing fire damage. So what's the big difference here, I wonder? One does slightly higher fire damage than the other. The explosive is a little bit better. Explodes. You know, it seems like there's pretty much no difference between them. Great bolt is an interesting thing, so there must be some kind of a great crossbow. Meteor bolt. Enchanted work of craft made in tandem with the full moon crossbow. Oh, here we go. The tip is embedded with glintstone. Like a shooting star, these bolts leave a beautiful trail when fired. Deals magic damage. 80 and 25. That's not bad. That's significantly higher than the 70-15 you get out of an explosive. Or 65-15 at the perfumer. These are very reminiscent of the Dark Moon bow and the I forget what they're called. They're magical arrows, right? The Dark Moon arrows, you know, that go with them. Beautiful design, though. Very cool. Huh. With a shard of crystal. Creates a resonating noise at the point of impact. I wonder what the point of that is. What do they mean creates a noise at the point of impact? So I'm actually very interested in this crossbow here. Why does it say reveals true worth when used with wholly infused bolts? But yet, the bolts that would make the most sense to use with them are meteor bolts that they even specifically say were made in tandem, especially for being used with the full moon crossbow. Bizarre to me, honestly. But whatever, it is what it is. I'll have to look it up, see what people think about it. Smithing stone 4. I'm a bit lost at the moment here, actually. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going. Pretty sure this is the same path I just took down here. Yeah, it is. Yep, definitely. Okay, now I know where I'm at. Ah, an imbued sword key. That's perfect. I needed just such an item. We need 4 just such an item, actually. Just 4 just such an items, actually. And I need a hooked on phonics course because I can't speak basic English. I'm trying to figure out what's going on down here. Why is there a ladder to this area? I've only been down this area I think it was once, you know, so. So I'm no expert in the whole matter. Alrighty then. Just a quick detour, so I'll head right back up. Whew, close. Super close. Okay, I gotta hurry up and get the hell out of here. I need to go unlock my... Oh, crap. Alright. Careful. No! Whoo! Okay, got the glintstone key. Alright, where is the ladder? There's a ladder in here that you can, right there. Okay. So I want to jump down and then, like, proc the ladder and get the hell out of here. Okay. That's fine. Everything is good. Okay, that was a bit scary there, but I think we did pretty good, you know. I made it there. I'm set. I have the extra key now, too. Let's see. Magic or frost affinity. Okay, heavy, keen, or quality. Key to the seals binding both gates to the Academy of Raya Lucaria. Activates warp magic bound within its seals. This glintstone key is still brand new, unused by anyone. It's interesting that I don't have my other key. Oh, there it is. Okay. Academy glintstone key. A glintstone key will remember its user, meaning once used, it can never be passed on to another. The Academy does not welcome the indolent. Huh. Well, at least now we have something that we can bring to Topes. Scroll bearing a royal coat of arms. A letter of introduction written by Preceptor Celavus. Addressed to a glintstone sorceress by the name of Selin. The contents of the scroll cannot be discerned. Oh, I do have Deathroot. I should have given that to Garank then. It's really irritating that I can't give the Chrysalids memo to her anymore, though. Really irritating, man. But oh well. The deed is done. Life must go on. Yeah, Church of the Cuckoo is where I need to go. Okay, we're gonna go there. That's gonna take us right back to the shortcut. Although it is a bit of a task getting back in there, though, so yeah, you know. Yes. Victory. Why would I want to wear your piece of junk? FromSoft, like, you've really done it this time. You've really done it. Best helmet ever. Just, the helmet is the best part too. Believe it or not, if you've never seen that armor set, it really looks just like it does on them. It's like a giant cage of bent steel, you know, like bent iron. Junk. I have no idea why they thought that that was a good idea for a piece of armor, but weirder things have been done by the mind of Hidetaka Miyazaki. An absolute madman, as one might say. Just barely managed to get out of the way in time. This is the trade-off with this shortcut, though. This shortcut is not easy to get through. Getting up here from down below, you lose the element of surprise. So it's much more difficult to get anywhere. Okay, there's butthole of the century over there. Let's just quickly... Twin Sage, Glintstone Crown. And these are obviously the ones representing the twins that we see on the paintings. So, one of the Glintstone Crowns bestowed upon Raya Lucaria scholars, whose pursuits were deemed worthy. Greatly increases intelligence, to the detriment of HP and stamina. Scholars of the Twin Sage Conspectus were the elites of the Academy, permitted to study and excel in sorceries of all kinds. So comets and meteors are the Elivinus and the Carolus Conspectus. And the Twin Sage Conspectus is the the greatest Conspectus, the elite, that are allowed to study all kinds. So comets, everything, right? Got lucky there. This guy is a pain in the ass, I'll tell you what, man. I don't like messing with him. I died many a time trying to figure out what the heck was going on with trying to get past this guy. Okay. We have Azur's Glintstone Staff. I can finally use it this time. And then here we see another, seemingly a failed one, however, a Seed of Stars, where they are literally taking sorcerers, their entire bodies and their crowns, and seemingly like fusing them to it. It's like they're fusing them into the glintstone crowns and then combining the crowns into this weird graven image thing, which is just bizarre, man. I mean, let's just take a moment for that. This is just bizarre. What a cruel fate these guys have, you know. Well, anyway. We just learned a little bit about Mr. Azur. He is the Carolus Conspectus leader, I believe. The one that Carolus Conspectus is named after. Yes, the oldest of the Academy's lineages, beget by the sorcerer Azur. The Elivinus is Lusat. And then the Twin Sages are a third. And then I'm assuming the fourth one will probably be Selen, who has her own particular crown, right? So that explains there's 4 schools of sorcery, and there are 4 primeval sorcerers here. There's Azur, Lusat, some pair of twins that I'm not too sure who they are, and then Selen. Then, of course, there is also Renalla, who is considered worthy enough to have some sort of conspectus because she believes in the moon and that she's the carrying lineage, which is the moon. Then you have the comets, meteors, stars, perhaps, or something. I'm not sure what Selen's category would be, and it doesn't really tell you anything particular here, saying they just studied everything. I'm very interested in what comes of it, you know, like what we can do to learn about this. It's very fascinating stuff. Oh, let's take a look at what the staff does, actually. B scaling in faith requires... B scaling in int requires 52 intelligence, though. A whopping number there. So it's only got 60 scaling because there's no way in hell I'm going to have enough intelligence to wield that for, well, forever, actually. I'm probably never going to be quite that high. Staff of the primeval glintstone sorcerer Azure. Only those who have glimpsed what lies beyond the wisdom of stone may wield it. Reduces casting time of all sorceries, but consumes additional FP. Now that's a cool effect. That's very similar to the Dark Souls, the Crystal Catalyst, that was, or the, which is essentially an updated version of the, what do you call it, the Insanity Catalyst, the Old Monk's Catalyst. That gave you power, like, kind of like, it essentially, like, doubled your power. Something like 50 to 100% extra power to all your spells, but it would also give you like a 50% increase to add to your FP mana usage and such. But Azure's looks like a good one. Casting time increase is well worth it, but the additional FP is a bit of a problem if you're not a hybrid, especially if you're a hybrid mage. Let's see here. Looks pretty suave, man. Pretty suave. It's interesting that something called Azure staff is not actually Azure, it's actually green. But, having said that, it's not far off, frankly. I like how lightweight that is. The carrying glintblade staff is only 2.5 weight. All these others are 4.5, 4, 3, 4.5, 3, 3. Everything else is at least marginally more more weighty than that. So that's a really cool one. It's nice and small, so it can be used for blade sorceries. I like it. I wish that FromSoft would have added an effect that makes this more worthwhile, though, such that perhaps longer staffs would weigh more, but your spells would have more range with them. Perhaps a very slight change in range, right, in exchange for an increase in weight, you know, so that way it wouldn't be too massively effective in PvP or something. Just a thought. Okay, anyway, with that said, let's leave the meteorite staff on for now, and I'm gonna trudge along and finish this level up. Alright, we have this area. I'm getting some serious frame rate drops here for some reason. Okay, it looks like we've completed everything up here then. Yep. Cool beans. I think there is one or two little things over here somewhere. Although I don't really care too much about them, frankly. So I'm just going to run back to Debate Parlor, and then I'm going to reformulate, and then get ready to fight Renalla. I'm gonna run into the Church of Vows and see about buying Electrify weapon, because I think that's gonna be the best tool for defeating Renalla. Go talk to the Dog Pope.
Greetings. Do you need anything? To experience absolution. You know, it's a famed when he glimpsed, and as such,
Fascinating little story
it's
there.
said that Lord Radahn harbored a secret. A famed sculptor of the Erdtree capital was once summoned to render Lord Radahgan's likeness in giant stature when he glimpsed the skeleton in Radahgan's closet. And as such, it's said the great statue harbors his secret too.
So if we can find that statue, we can figure out a little bit of a secret. So that's worthwhile looking into. Blessing's Boon, one of the ancient Erdtree incantations. Grants a blessing to the caster and to nearby allies, gradually restoring HP. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. Blessings once felt like tears from the Erdtree. Once fell like tears from the Erdtree, and this incantation is but a lingering remnant of their power. Okay, we have a Honed Bolt. Summons a bolt of lightning to strike foes from above. Can be cast repeatedly. We have Electrify Armament. Enchant armament held in the right hand with lightning affinity attacks. Long ago, Godwyn the Golden defeated the ancient dragon Fortisax and befriended his fallen foe, an event that gave rise to the ancient dragon cult in the capital. We have O Flame, which is just an enhanced version of Catch Flame. I really don't see it being all that useful, but still, nice to have. Let's see, how much do I need for this? 24 faith for Honed Bolt. I can't use it yet, so I don't see it really being all that very useful. It's very confusing as to what fire incantations are actually based on the Giant's Flame and which ones are just based on flame in general. That's a confusing thing to me. Like, which is which? You know, it says this is superior incantation, regular incantation, but they both say the Giant's Flame is the Flame of Ruin, the Giant's Flame is so small, you know, which is which now, you know? I don't know, it's very strange. Perhaps only the ones that say the Firemuck's name are included on this, but I've yet to know the truth on that matter. Carrion Greatsword. I forgot about that one, actually. I don't have that yet, do I? Sorceries of the Carrion Royal Family. Conjure a magic greatsword and then delivers a sweeping blow. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly. Armed with this spell, sorcerers gain the strength of knights, their loyalty sworn to the moon. Okay, I have the Banished Knight's Halberd plus 8, so I'm going to run back here right quick. And I'm going to think about putting out... I mean, I could use Black Flame Blade as well, frankly. Especially if I had Flame grant me strength attached first, but I don't feel comfortable with that, frankly. I also have, well, I have the shield now. See, I was really having a tough time with Renalla the first time around because I was taking so much more damage. If I have the shield and the magic fortification, I think I'd be okay. But I feel bad about having to reapply Black Flame Blade. That's quick though, man. Like, that's real quick. Say what you want. That comes along quite quick. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Oh, and there's also another spell we haven't seen yet, right? Shattering Crystal. 38 intelligence. Sorcery of the Mysterious Crystallians. Creates a mass of crystal, then shatters it in a forward burst. Charging enhances potency. The Crystallians are inorganic beings, yet they live. They cleave close to the ideals of the primeval current, and as such, they are revered guests of the sorcerers. Then we have things such as the digger ones and the crystal barrages, right? The stone digger sorcery used by the glintstone miners of the crystal tunnel. There's a stigma that marked out failed scholars. Crystal burst. This is not a crystallian sorcery, but it's a crystal sorcery, though. Sorcery of the crystal cadre. A group of sorcerers who pursued the wisdom of stone. The secrets are locked in the faint cogitation of the Crystallians. Crystal Barrage, same thing. It's interesting that Magic Glint Blade is what the prisoner starts off with. So technically, the prisoner is a member of the royal, of the Carian royal family. If you follow the logic here, why would he have a Carian royal sorcery? And the whole thing of the prisoner and with the mask is based on the story of the man in the mask from the French tradition, I believe, where he was believed to be an illegitimate prince. It fits, you know. Very much so. This legendary incantation, Flame of the Fell God, is one of several that draws directly from the power of the fire giants. This one here we know is a fire giant spell, right? So that's fair enough. Releases a ball of raging fire said to be inhabited by a fell god. The fireball floats towards enemies and explodes, setting the area ablaze. Arganthy, the chief guardian of the flame, had kept this incantation a well-kept secret until it was stolen by Radahn, the thief of fire. The fell god still lurks within the fire giants. Okay, anyway, we have 3 fire-based techniques here, and then we have lightning spear. Scholar's Shield might actually be a cool one, but I'd have to have another. So let's put Magic Fortification on. I don't need poison resistance. Heal I probably won't need, but we'll see. So I think I'll leave it at that, because no magic is going to do any damage to her, really. Drat. I forgot to get rid of those guys. Can it open from this? Yeah, it has to be coming from the other side then. If I remember right, this takes you to the Church of Vows. This little teleportation device. Crap. Well, I shouldn't be trying this when I've already wasted